Hey everyone, welcome back. This video is going to be a conversational video wherein I'm going to pick up a very basic general topic which is used in day-to-day conversation and basically on which we talk about in our day-to-day or daily life conversations. So I'm going to pick up one such topic which is very easy, very simple and very interesting. I'm going to talk about on that topic, and what you can do is you can just speak with me, repeat after me, you can shadow with me, you can take my idea and you can start speaking on your own, or you can have your own ideas, wonderful ideas, and you can speak on it. This will help you in a real life conversation practice. This will be a practice session for you guys, and it really helps because these are the very simple basic topics which comes up in any and every conversation. And if you are in practice with such kind of topics, it is definitely going to help you to be more fluent and confident when you have to speak on it actually with people in English. Okay, so stay tuned. Welcome back to my channel. I am your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. And if you haven't subscribed my channel, if you want to know more about my conversational sessions or my practice sessions or speak in English sessions, do subscribe my channel, like and share my videos, write your comments in the comment section, and don't forget to press the notification icon. Let's get started. So today I'm going to take up this very common topic of weather. So I'm going to speak about weather at my place, and you can take this topic and you can speak about the weather at your place. It's very simple. We all know, right? We don't have to collect any knowledge on these topics, guys. And when we meet somebody or when we, speak to somebody, we often talk about it, right? When we say hi, how are you, how are things, and all those things, and then we say, yeah, it's quite hot these days, how do you manage? Or it's very pleasant these days, what are your plans, are you going for a vacation? So we do talk about weather, right? So that is why I thought of picking up this topic and helping you about how you can speak on this topic in a detailed and structured way. So right now the weather at my place is very pleasant. It's really great. I love monsoon. And I think the best part of monsoon is you really feel good. You crave for good food. You crave for going out and spending some time in nature and lots of other things, right? So right now we are in the mid of the monsoon and it's raining. The weather is also very good. The wind is cooler, not very cold, but it's cool. Atmosphere is very pleasant. You can see a lot of greenery around. You can go out in the rain if you feel like, to get wet, to enjoy the weather, to enjoy rains. So you can do that as well. But yes, talking about the advantages and disadvantages, what are the benefits of monsoon and what are its disadvantages or after effects of monsoon, I'm going to talk about. So coming to the advantages part, of course, it's not very hot. The weather is very pleasant. You don't feel hot in this weather. You feel like going out. You feel like having good food. So these are the best part of monsoon season. And of course, people enjoy a lot. We have a lot of things which is specific to monsoon which we want to do, right? The first thing we want to do is we want to go out to places like Lonavala or Khandala or Mahabaleshwar or any other place, like any dams or any lake or any other places which have a good view, which have a waterfall, which have a lake, and has scenic beauty basically. So what people prefer doing is they want to go out in nature and enjoy the natural surroundings, the mountains, the rivers or the lake, the waterfall which is coming down from the mountains, and they want to stay in the resorts. So people book resorts and they go and stay for 1 or 2 days at these places and enjoy the weather, enjoy the location, enjoy the water sports. There are lots of water sports which are there in this season, monsoon season, which they have. Those are also very interesting. You will really enjoy those. Boating is one of them. So there are lots of activity which you can do, water sports which you can do at these locations, right? The resorts are located near these locations where there's water sport, where there is a lake, and the viewpoints. There are lots of viewpoints also on the mountains, which you can go and see. You can click your photos there. There are lots of other things. So this is the first thing which people prefer doing in monsoons. They want to go out in these locations, or they want to go out in nature and witness the beauty of the nature. And this actually refreshes our body and soul, our mind and soul, our body and soul, right? It just refreshes ourselves from the hustle and bustle of the city. If you go to these locations, it's quite calm and it's quite peaceful, and everything is like, you just get refreshed. You can eat good food there. You can enjoy the location. You can do water sports and a lot of other things also you can do. So this is one of the main attractions during monsoon season which prefer doing, right? The second thing is craving for good food. The first thing is sweet corn. I just love sweet corn in monsoons. When you go outside, you will find small carts wherein they roast the sweet corn and they give it to you, and it's amazing. It's amazing. You just try it out. I mean, that is the one of the delicacy in the monsoon which I love to have, and it is guilt free as well, considered to pakoras and all those. But of course, the bhajis are also something which people eat during monsoons, and it is a feel good factor during monsoon. So we love our chai and pakoras and samosas. So that is also one thing which everybody loves to do during monsoon, eating fried stuffs. Which is not guilt free, but still it is okay. Sometimes we can of course indulge in such things as well. So yeah, that is another thing which we crave for during monsoons, and which we wait, for to enjoy during monsoon. So fried food is something which we wait to enjoy during monsoon, because that is the best time which complements your tea, which is a good complement with your tea. So you enjoy your tea and snacks during monsoon. But there are lots of disadvantages of monsoon season. The first thing is, recently it was a news that there was very heavy rainfall in Maharashtra, and a lot of places where like Pune and Mumbai were flooded, and there were lots of water logging, and it's quite a difficult time for a lot of people. So this is another thing which really monsoon brings in. There are lots of water logging, and then water gets inside the houses, and a lot of people get stuck in different locations. So this is something which happens, right, when there's heavy rainfall. And so that is one thing which really hampers everybody's life. It brings everything to a standstill. So that is one disadvantage. Second thing is, when the water is released from the dams, that is also very problematic for people. It just happens that, without any warning, water comes into your house, and your vehicle, your house, everything gets underwater. So that is also one very inconvenient thing, because of course, when the water comes into your house, there are lots of damage it causes, right? And it gets very difficult for people to manage things, right? So that is another disadvantage of heavy rains or the monsoon season. Third disadvantage is to the farmers also. If there's very heavy rain, of course the crops get destroyed. Okay, so the farming is affected. So it's the same. If there is more water, the crops are destroyed. If there's less water, if there's a drought, the crops are destroyed, right? So if there is a heavy rainfall in monsoon also, it doesn't help the farmers. So average or moderate rain is always good. But if there is heavy rainfall for 2 to 3 days, then it gets adverse, right? The situation gets adverse, and it doesn't help the farmers. It destroys the crop and a lot of other livestock. But I think overall monsoon is a good season to enjoy, because honestly, I don't like summers a lot. It gets very uncomfortable, for me to go out and stay out for a longer duration of time. I don't feel good about that weather. And coming to winters also, I like winter, but moderate winter, not extreme winter. I don't like much. So basically, when we talk about weather, I think monsoon is something which I enjoy. It doesn't have a lot of disadvantages. It's just that if it rains for 2-3 days heavily, then only, flooding or water logging or, these kind of things comes into picture. Otherwise, if it is normal, moderate rain, then there's no problem during monsoons. But during summers and winters, it really gets uncomfortable. I mean, summers are like, of course, it's so hot outside that it gets very difficult to stay outside for a long time, and you get heat strokes, you might feel uncomfortable, you might feel dehydrated, you might get sick also, right? If you're not consuming a lot of liquid, if you're not drinking water continuously, right? So there are lots of things which is associated with summers, which makes people uncomfortable. But yeah, there might be people who like summers as well. I'm not saying that, but it's just that it's not my favorite weather. And coming to winters also, moderate winter is fine. Like a light sweatshirt is fine with me. I can move around, enjoy cup of tea, coffee, or any fried stuffs or good food I enjoy. But it's just that during winters I become a little more lazy. It doesn't feel like getting up in the morning. It doesn't feel like, getting out of the blankets. So that is why extreme winters are not my types. I become very lazy and I really don't like doing anything in winters. So that is why I don't prefer winters. But yes, during monsoon also, it's like, the weather brings in a lot of diseases as well. So there are a lot of waterborne diseases like typhoid, diarrhea, or dengue, malaria by mosquitoes, or flu. So these are very common during monsoons. So we have to be very careful during monsoon what water we are drinking, whether it is contaminated or not, whether we have boiled it or we are drinking RO water. So we have to be very cautious about what water we are drinking. We should not go and start eating something from outside or drinking water from outside about the place which we don't know much, right? So we have to be very cautious about what water we are drinking, and while eating outside we should make sure that the food is hot. Okay, when whatever we are eating, we should eat it, the food should be hot enough. And I think pani puri or chaat is not very favorable in this weather, so we should avoid that, because the pani which they use, the water which they use, we don't know whether what kind of water they are using, right? And monsoon is a time in which there are lots of waterborne diseases, so we should avoid that. Whatever food you're eating from a restaurant or a whatever joint you are eating, so it should be hot enough that you can eat it, which will ensure that it will not harm your stomach, it will not harm your health. So that precaution we have to take. Otherwise, it's okay to eat whatever you want to. I think the best thing in monsoon is what you can do is have home cooked food. You can cook anything and everything which you wish, which you like. You can even cook these fried food as well, samosas and bhajis and all those things at home. That is really good. You know what oil you're using, you know what masalas you're using, you know what kind of stuffs you are using, what kind of water you are using, you know it. So it is very safe, you can enjoy that, and it will be healthy also. So I guess during monsoons we all feel like doing something, right? Something to feel good. So why can't we go in the kitchen and prepare something good which goes with our hot cup of tea or coffee? So we can do this. In this way it will be more healthy and tasty, and you will enjoy it as well with your family. That's a good deal basically. So that is what you should avoid outside food a bit during monsoon. But if you know the place, if you know it is good, clean, healthy, then you can go for it, of course. You can enjoy that as well. But again, the best part of monsoon is I love going to places which have beautiful views. If you go to Lonavala, for example, it has a lot of beautiful views. On the way also, you will find a lot of waterfalls, water coming down. You can just stop your car and you can get some photographs clicked, and then you can again start your journey. You can stop at small stalls to have tea, to have sweet corn, to have Maggie, all those stuff. So there are lots of small stalls also on the way to Lonavala which you can enjoy. And when you go there, of course, there are lots of viewpoints where you can go and see the waterfall, the greenery. You can climb the mountains, you can trek a bit there. You can go to the lakeside and you can do boating or whatever water sports is there. You can do that also. There are campings also which are there in these places. But yes, camping facilities also available. You can do camping also there. So there are lots of things to do and you will definitely enjoy. So this is just one place I spoke about, Lonavala. which is beautiful, but there are lots of other places around which just looks beautiful in monsoon. So guys, whichever location you are in, once in a lifetime, if you get a time, do visit these places during monsoon and enjoy the monsoon here. It's really amazing. It's truly amazing. Trust me on this. So guys, that was it in today's video. I am sure you'll get a lot of idea about how to talk about your favorite weather or weather at your place right now, if it is winter, if it is summer, if it is monsoon, if it is, raining or not. Whatever climate is there, whatever weather right now you are witnessing, you can just describe its pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages, what you like to do in that weather, what you don't like to do in that weather. So you can just talk about all these things. Okay, what are its good effects and bad effects? So you can just take this topic. It's very simple, easy topic, and I've spoken about it in a very simple language also, so that it's easier for you to understand and relate to. So you can also talk about in the same way in English about the weather at your place, and or in the weather which you enjoy, you can talk about that as well, right? So see you in my next video. Until then, keep watching, keep learning, keep speaking, and keep exploring. See you. Bye bye.